Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we have an Olympiad question here that reads, if 3y plus 4x is equal to 1, y is equal to x plus 5, and 5y plus bx is equal to 3 are concurrent. Find the value of b. So the first thing first you need to know is that, what's the meaning of concurrent? When you say a line or two lines rather are concurrent, it means that what the intercepts are the same point. So the first step to this question is for us to find the intersection between the first two lines, after which we can use that to find the unknown, which is b. So let's dive right into it. So let's write what we were given, like I would always say. We were given, this is the first line. We have that the first line, line 1, is what? Is simply 3y plus 4x equal to 1. My line 2 is simply y is equal to x plus 5. Then my line 3 is simply what? 5y plus bx is equal to 3. Remember we said we want to find the intersection between these two lines first, then we can move from there. So for us to find the intersection between the two lines there, the first two lines, what do we simply do? It's simply for us to substitute the value of y, which is x plus 5, into the first line, then we see what we get from there. So let's do that just right now. So to find, let's write that, to find the intersection of the first two lines, since we have y is equal to x plus 5, then it implies that what? That y minus x minus 5 is equal to 0. Then after which we substitute, let's write it in, substitute y equal to x plus 5 into our line 1. So let's do that now. So line 3 x plus 5 plus 4x is equal to 1. So this becomes what? 3x plus 15 plus 4x is equal to 1. So this is just 7x plus 15 is equal to 1. So what do I do here now? I subtract 15 from both sides. So if I subtract 15 from both sides, I'll simply have what? I'll simply have 7x is equal to negative 14. And if I divide through by 7, so it implies that what x is just negative 2. Now we are done. Now that we've gotten that x is equal to negative 2. Remember that we have that what? Then we have that what? Y is equal to x plus 5, right? And now that we know that x is negative 2, so y becomes what? Negative 2 plus 5, which is what? Just 3. So the point at which both lines intersect, that is the first two lines, will simply be what? It's a coordinate x, comma y, which is simply what? Negative 2, then what? 3. And that's the point where both the line 1 and the line 2 actually does intersect. So that's not the end of our question. We're asked to find b. So how do I find b now? I'm going to use the intersection knowing fully well that the three lines are concurrent. So the three of them they intersect rather at a particular point, which is this. So I'm going to use that intercept that I have to find the unknown. So for me to do that, so let's just write it here that for the lines to be concurrent, this intercept must be what satisfied, must also be what satisfied by the line 3. So now, since we know that it has to be satisfied, and line 3 is just 5y plus bx equal 3. So it means that wherever it is I see my y and my x, I just substitute it by the intercept. So this becomes 5, y is what? 3, then plus b, x is what? -2, then I have my 3. So this becomes a 15 minus 2b, then equal 3. So what do I do next now? I subtract 15 from both sides. If I subtract 15 from both sides, what would I have? I'll simply have -2b equal -12. So I divide through by my -2. Then my b is just what? 6. And that's that about the question. This is what you're exactly asked to do. So bye. Like, comment, subscribe, share. See you in my next video. I remain the global math teacher.